If you're a woman who takes her health as seriously as everything else you show up for and are done guessing and ready to figure out actually what is going on with your body, stay with me because this is for you. I want to tell you about a woman I've been working with. She is so smart. She is so motivated. She genuinely wants to feel better, and she's been trying. I know, really trying for a long, long time. And I know when I asked her what she actually really wanted, like what were her real goals, I know she got super quiet for a second, and then she just said she wanted to move without that constant guarding, bracing, without the fear that the next step, the next twist was going to set everything off again. She wanted to feel comfortable in her own body, something she said she hasn't felt in longer than she can remember. And I know she talked a lot about wanting more endurance, not necessarily actually to be like stronger, but just overall more capable. Really wants to finish this super challenging hike and feel good at the very top instead of just feeling relieved that it was over and she did it. And then, almost as an afterthought, like she was maybe even embarrassed to say this, but she mentioned that the stairs to her 4th floor apartment without losing her breath would honestly feel like a really big win. And then she said, I know that's like a really silly goal. And I stopped her right there because that is not a silly goal. That is her life. That is the Tuesday morning version of her life that she's been quietly grieving while waiting for someone maybe to finally give her a clear path forward, because she's just lost months, maybe even years of fitness while she was waiting for someone to give her a clear answer about what to do. And I think this is the part of fitness and pain nobody really talks about. Every appointment she went to told her something about her structure, what showed up on the scan, what the image looked like, what was torn or fractured. But not one of those appointments or doctors told her what to actually functionally do about it. Because this is how traditional medicine works. Your doctor is trained to diagnose, to rule things out, to tell you what's structurally happening in your body. They are not trained to tell you why it flares after a normal Tuesday morning when you first get out of bed, or why you guard before you bend down, or why your body feels unpredictable and on edge, and why maybe some movements feel scary instead of safe. And they are definitely not trained to tell you what your program and plan should look like, how to progressively load your body, rebuild your strength and power to get back to the life that you actually want to live. I'm not trying to be critical here, it's just not what they do. And here's, I think, the gap that kind of cost her just more time, right? Every month she spent waiting for clarity instead of building more strength, mobility, capacity. Her fitness quietly sort of declined. Her confidence started to go down. Her world just got like a little smaller day after day. And it wasn't because she wasn't trying, because I feel like the answer she really needed about what to actually do, what her body actually responds to, what sort of programming and exercise actually fits her pattern, nobody in the system is trained to actually give her that, right? And that's not a structural problem. That is a pattern problem. And pattern problems have pattern solutions. And the solution is always movement. It always has been. She just needed someone to finally show her what that movement and progression and plan should actually look like for her and her body, and why. You can have a completely clean image MRI and still be in real pain. You can be told you're fine and still feel anything but. That is not you being dramatic. That is your body running a program you have never been given the tools to actually understand. And almost every woman I work with falls into one of these patterns, either overloaded, overprotective, or undertrained. Almost none of them were ever shown which one they were or what to actually do about it. So they kept guarding, kept resting, kept avoiding, kept hoping and waiting for answers, honestly, that just never came. And so if you're ready to stop waiting, this is your moment. I know that half of you are watching this and maybe are thinking, okay, but where do I even start with this? So I made you the exact first step, and it's called my pain pattern quiz. And this is not to diagnose you. This is not to scare you. This is not to tell you what imbalance you have or give you another label to carry around. This is to finally give you what no other appointment or doctor ever has, which is clarity. So why your body behaves the way it does, why you flare, why you guard, why stamina and mobility and freedom just feel so out of reach, so far away right now. What your body actually needs next to start feeling safer, stronger, more mobile, and more like yours again. And this literally takes 60 seconds. So drop quiz below and I'll send it straight to you. Okay. If something clicked for you while watching this, like, I just want to say I'm genuinely freaking proud of you, because clarity is the first form of progress. Most people scroll past this stuff. Like, you didn't. You're watching this still, and that tells me you're probably looking for something more, right? So if it's getting to your first or your fourth floor apartment without feeling out of breath, hiking without fear, waiting for the next flare, right? Like, that's not a silly goal. Like, that's your freaking life. And you finally have a clear first step to actually get there. So drop quiz below and I'll send it straight to you.